Good evening, everyone. This is Zero, going to be just going over the support item changes and the jungling item changes. I feel like these are really important changes to the game because it's going to change two of the roles. Well, one of the roles I definitely felt was not fun to play was called last, and I didn't really want to do it. I did a lot and got kind of good at it, but because I was forced to, because I'm a nice guy and I'll pick Phil pretty regular just to be fair. So we've now gone from like Fillstone, Sightstone, and that's all you build as support, to you now have three options. You can get Spell Thief's Edge, which will build up into Frost Queen's Claim. You have Ancient Coin, which builds into Talisman of Ascension. Yeah. And you have Targon's Brace, which builds, or Relic Shield, which builds into Face of the Mountain. So the different options are with Spell Thief's Edge, you get basic attacks against champions, grant 4 gold up to once every 10 seconds per enemy. So if you're in a bot lane, your support, you can theoretically get 8 gold every 10 seconds. Let's say a little bit less because of the moving around and actually getting your shots off. So if you're a ranged support, you a pretty good little amount of gold off this. However, I feel like that would be nice. It's going to be one of the less gold generating items of the three, but I haven't done the math, so don't quote me on that. Just doing the quick math in my head, it doesn't seem like it will be as good, especially if you're playing against a defensive team or their support's also being aggressive, which means you can't really hit them both, or right. Melee support would never build this, but obviously it's kind of like building Renans on a melee champ. It does make sense. It upgrades into Frost Fang, which doubles just about everything. Actually, I believe it does double everything. Yeah, it doubles everything for a little bit more than double the gold. So not a bad upgrade. And then Frost Queen's Claim, again, uh, doubles ability power a little bit more than, gives you a good chunk of mana regen more. Gold is the same. However, you do get an active which is from one of the support items, but I can't remember the name of it. I apologize. Arctic Embrace. It chills target enemies, slowing them for 50% for 2 seconds. So it's a good support item because you have that slow. However, one of the better ones I believe is going to be Ancient Coin. It gives you health and mana regen. It also gives you 2 gold for every time a minion dies around you don't have the killing blow on. So let's say there's 6 minions in a wave every 30 seconds. That's 12 gold every 30 seconds. Actually, my math may be wrong on that. Is it 6? I believe it's 6. Either way, it's 12 or 14 gold. That's actually not that much every 30 seconds, but it's pretty much guaranteed as long as you're in range of the minion wave because they're going to die to something. Just don't kill them yourself. And then we have Nomad's Medallion, which doubles it, which makes it a little bit better because that's 24 gold. That's a minion out of every 6. That's pretty good. That might make it one of the better ones. It also gives you a lot of health and mana regen. Oh my goodness, it almost triples your mana regen and almost doubles your health regen. Plus gives you 2 gold per 10 seconds passively, which I feel like you'll definitely want to rush that level because the first level's not that good. And then Talisman of Ascension, you build these in order. It gives you 20% cooldown reduction, which is going to be really nice. It gives you a lot of mana, a lot of health regen. It gives you 2 gold per second, or per 10 seconds. Still gives you the 4 per minion that dies around you, which will be nuts if you get on like an ADC clearing a super wave of like 15 minions. That's going to give you like 60 gold. Yeah, sorry. A little bit math slow today. It also acts like a Michaela's Crucible, which gives them 40%, your allies 40% movement speed for 3 seconds. That can be a game changer, but it just depends on your skill level whether or not you can use activatable items well. But so that would definitely play into which one of these you buy. If you suck with Michaela's Crucible, don't get this one because you're going to waste the active. And then we have Relic Shield, which I feel like is going to be the most interesting and possibly one of the more effective ones. Because let's look at it. It gives you 50 health. It gives you 6 health regen per second, which is good if you're an aggressive support because you're going to get poked more than your ADC, hopefully. So basic attacks execute minions below 200 health. Killing a minion heals the nearest allied champion for 2% of your maximum health and grants them the bounty plus 5 gold. So it recharges every 30 seconds, which is once per wave. That's pretty good. If you kill a minion, you get the 20 gold you would get for the other one, plus your ADC gets it plus 5. So your ADC is actually getting more gold, as well as health, and you're getting a minion kill. You're getting a CS every wave. That's not that bad. That actually works out to more, I believe, because If we look at Ancient Coin, it's going to give you 24 gold. That's the same, but it doesn't give your ADC anything. And then if we look at this one, it gives you 2 gold per 10, which is going to be what makes the difference. And that one just depends on how aggressive you are. I can't. That one's not really one I can just do the math on randomly without really thinking about it. Then we build Relic Shield into Targon's Brace, which is going to give you 175 health, 12 health regen per 5 seconds. That's double. That's way more than double health, and that's double the regen. It still gives you 2%. It still gives your ADC 2% of your maximum health, and grants the bounty plus 10 gold. So yeah, and you can hold 4 charges. But if you're using them every wave, it wouldn't really matter. But ultimately, if you hold 4 charges, you could kill almost a whole wave, and the ADC would get all the gold. Depending on the situation, that could be good, that could be bad, right? If you die, you could still use all your charges if you're on top of it. And then we move on to Face of the Mountain. So you take your Targon's Brace, and you, again, double the HP a little bit more. You get 10 cooldown reduction. You get 25 health regen per 5, which is nuts. That's 5 regen a second. Your passive doesn't increase any, but you also get Deadly Phalanx as an active, which consumes 20% of your current health to shield target ally for 10% of your maximum health for 4 seconds. So the other 10% of your health is going to explode at the end of that shield, dealing AoE magic damage. Bananas. But I think that's going to be... I think this one could be interesting. This one and the second one I feel are going to be the most viable. Because they're the most consistent. I don't think you can say, look, I'm such a sick Soraka support that I can land a hit every 10 seconds on the enemy champs. Because that'll be really tricky. Alright, so let's move into jungle items. We have little changes to Hunter's Machete. Grants 3 health on hit. Spirit Stone, same thing. Madred's Razor is 20 armor instead of 25, which I think is an interesting change. It's one of the more common jungling items. And then remade Wriggles. Wriggles will be the go-to jungle item for everyone. If you're not using Wriggles, you're doing it wrong, if my math is correct. Because it gives you 40% increased gold from monsters. It deals a ton of damage. It increases your attack speed by 25, gives you 20 armor, and gives you a ward that you can use. Which between that and your trinket slot, you can have 2 wards on the map at any given time for no cost for an item you needed to have anyway. It also gives you 40% increased gold from monsters. 40%! When I jungle as Nasus, I get full build at like 35 minutes. That means I can get full build at like 22 minutes, or whatever the math works out, 25 minutes, something like that. That can't be right. Like, there's something wrong with this. Or I am confused. Because I feel like the jungle monsters you kill is getting 40% more gold for that is going to be way, way, way more than you could get for any of these other items. Because Spirit of the Elder Lizard, Ancient Golem, and Spectral Wraith all give you bonuses based on champion kills and assists. Well, 2 of them do. Elder Lizard and Spectral Wraith give you bonuses based on kills and assists on champions. Ancient Golem gives you a timed one, which you can gain up to 40 gold for a kill, and every 1.5 seconds you get a gold. That does not equal 40% of the gold. So, like I said, Wriggles, I feel like, is going to be the go-to jungle item, especially since you can only use 1 at a time. So, yeah, you're definitely going to want that. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. I always say questions, comments, rude remarks down below. So if I'm wrong about Wriggles, let me know. But I feel like Wriggles is going to be the jungle item. So that's my rant about the new items. I'm not even going to talk about the other ones because at the moment I don't feel like they're really going to be worth having at all. Like, killing Dragon gives you 40 gold, but killing Dragon gives you over 100 gold. So if you kill Dragon, you'll get more than 40 gold from Wriggles. And if you kill a large monster, you get more than 10 gold from Wriggles. So it doesn't make any sense to get Spirit of the Elder Lizard or these other items. But hey, I don't mean to hate, I just don't like them. So, thanks for watching. Questions, comments, rude remarks about the new item changes for jungles and supports, let me know down below, and I look forward to playing with you soon. Have a great night.